The creation of a hyper-realistic silicone child begins with the hands of a master sculptor, carving a vision of innocence into raw clay. Every fold and expression must be perfect. Material science meets high art. High-grade medical silicone is meticulously combined with a precision that ensures the signature squish that mimics human flesh. Precision is non-negotiable. A thick, pink liquid silicone is poured with steady precision. As it fills the cavity, it takes on the form that will soon be a newborn's head. The weight is palpable. A deep vacuum chamber pulls microscopic air bubbles from the liquid. This degassing process ensures the finished silicone is structurally sound and free from any internal flaws. The moment of revelation, the first breath. The mold is separated to reveal the raw silicone head, the transition from abstract chemistry to human form. Refinement is surgical. Excess silicone, known as flashing, is trimmed away. This requires a steady hand to ensure the seams become entirely invisible to the naked eye. The components undergo a rigorous cleaning cycle to remove release agents. We are preparing a pure canvas for the complex layers of paint that will follow. The silicone's sure hardness is specifically calibrated to replicate the exact displacement and recovery of an infant's skin, a tactile deception indistinguishable from life. Every extremity is formed with equal attention. The molds capture minute details, the wrinkles on the heel and the soft curve of the arch, grounding the creation in reality. Extraction requires a delicate touch. A tiny hand is pulled from its mold, fingers emerging one by one. Every fingernail and knuckle must be perfectly preserved. A final warm bath marks the end of Phase 1. This critical stage ensures the silicone is ready to accept the paint layers and allows the material to relax. The limbs must air dry completely. In this quiet moment, we wait for the spirit of the creation to inhabit the form during the upcoming painting phase. Phase 2, the art of skin. It begins with a master mix of base flesh tones, a delicate balance of ochre, crimson, and subtle blues to create human warmth. We use an airbrush to apply the first layer of mottling. These subtle spots replicate the uneven blood flow of a newborn, creating a sense of life beneath the surface. Microscopic capillaries are hand-painted with a single hair brush. It is an exercise in extreme patience, ensuring that the details hold up under intense scrutiny. Blue veins are added to provide the illusion of a functioning circulatory system. They pulse just beneath the translucent skin, adding biological realism. The glow of health is applied through layers of blush. This gives the silicone the warm, oxygenated look of a sleeping child. Every joint receives attention. Each fingernail is individually painted with a specialized gloss, replicating the natural texture of a newborn's nails, including the tiny moons at the base. Absolute realism requires moisture. This shimmering liquid catches the light in the nostrils and eyes, giving the impression of a living, breathing subject. The artistry must be permanent. The components are baked to bond the paint to the silicone forever, ensuring the baby's skin will never fade or peel. The velvety texture of real skin is captured in this final matte layer. We remove the natural shine of the silicone, replacing it with realistic texture. We focus on areas where warmth matters most, the heels and palms. Layers of pink are misted on to suggest the tender skin of a child. Downy hair, or lanugo, is painted onto the forehead. These almost invisible lines contribute significantly to the overall realism of the piece. Beauty lies in imperfection. Tiny milk spots are added to the nose and chin, transitioning the creation from a doll to a living portrait. The final stage of the skin is the matte finish. A specialized powder removes all remaining shine, completing the transformation from silicone to velvet. Excess powder is gently brushed away. This is the first time the artist feels the finished texture, soft, warm, and indistinguishable from life. We inspect the work under bright light. Every vein and capillary must stand up to scrutiny. At this stage, the liquid has truly become life. Phase 3, the soul. Rooting hair by hair. This painstakingly slow process will take days, but it is the only way to achieve absolute realism. Thousands of individual strands are rooted, following natural growth patterns. This ensures the hair looks like it is growing from the scalp. Once rooted, the baby receives its first haircut. Trimming the mohair defines the baby's personality and character. Precision is key. The hair is groomed with a soft brush. The mohair perfectly mimics the soft down of a newborn, flowing naturally with every touch. Custom-made glass eyes are inserted. This is the exact moment the creation begins to look back at the artist, a profound transition. The gaze must be symmetrical and focused. This tiny adjustment creates the illusion of an internal world within the sleeping child. Eyelashes are glued individually, creating a soft fringe that completes the facial features and adds a layer of fragility. We capture emotion in the details. A hint of moisture in the corner of the eye turns a creation into a living story. The hair is sealed from the inside forever. This ensures the baby can be handled without any loss of its beautiful, hand-rooted hair. The face is defined by the brows. A thin tint adds character, completing the transition to a personalized portrait. Rooting continues across the crown, ensuring a natural head of hair that looks beautiful from every angle. This is professional craftsmanship. A final style is applied with a soft mist. The mohair responds perfectly, taking on a natural, lived-in look. Phase 3 is complete. Phase 4, the weight of life. We pour glass beads into a cloth pouch to provide the essential weight. Weight must be cuddly. Polyfill creates a soft body that feels just like a real infant when held close. The tactile response is magic. An electronic heartbeat module provides a rhythmic pulse that can be felt, a final layer of realism bridging art and life. Assembly unifies the creation. The weighted limbs now demand you support the neck just as you would with a real newborn. The transformation continues with the first diaper. Familiar domestic sounds anchor the creation in the everyday world. Almost ready. We engage the final sense, smell. A specialized oil provides a comforting aroma, consistent with the reality of a child. Clothed in comfort, a soft onesie highlights the realism of the skin and the natural proportions of the weighted body. A soothing touch. The magnetic pacifier snaps into place, providing a sense of care and quietude to the finished piece. Tucked in, a heavy fleece blanket creates a realistic bundle, ready for the journey ahead. A package of art and emotion. Support the neck. The weighted head flops back with real infant realism, the final proof of density built into the soul. Phase 4 complete. Phase 5, the delivery. Placed in a luxury cradle box lined with silk, prepared for a journey befitting a work of high art. Every creation is official. A hand-signed birth certificate with a gold seal records the unique identity of this numbered piece. Identity is established. The hospital bracelet grounds the art in the reality of human life, providing a narrative of arrival. Every click matters. The final mile. Closing the lid marks the end of the artist's work. The baby is now safe and ready for its new home. Work complete. A dream realized. This moment is pure emotion. Technical precision has been transformed into a human connection, a long-awaited companion. Forever soft. Medical-grade silicone ensures the touch will remain a source of comfort and realism years after its creation. Quality materials. Peaceful. The rhythmic pulse and perfect realism create a sense of serenity. More than a doll, a masterpiece of the human form. From liquid to life, a journey defined by chemistry, artistry, and an unwavering commitment to detail. This is the art of the reborn. Handcrafted with passion, this is our legacy, bringing the impossible to life, one layer of silicone at a time. Experience the realism. Perfectly real. Even in the smallest toe, the life is there. A reminder that every detail is a heartbeat. The liquid sculpt. From liquid to life, we leave you with the peace and beauty of the mastercraft. Thank you for joining us in the world of the reborn. Until next time.